Alright, Instagram running. I'm waiting on Facebook to catch up a little bit here. So give it a few seconds, alright? A special Thursday night. It's supposed to be Monday night, but didn't get it done. So here we go. Give it a few more seconds, I'll be right with you. I got Dead Guy, and I got Miss Mitchell over on Instagram. Good evening to both of you there. Give it a couple more seconds, okay? Alright, here we go. Alright, Facebook's what Facebook is. It's up and live. I don't see anybody on there with us, but here we go. Yes, sir. Rum night. Alright, let me pause the tunage here. Little new school dropout, suddenly smiling. We were on there. Hopefully now everybody can hear fine tonight. Flyers in the background on TV. Over here you can't see it on TV. Well, you can see it a little bit on Instagram. But so we got a little Key West spiced rum. Thanks to Mike and Lindsay for getting that to me here. Pennsylvania, got to step up your game and get this stuff here. Angle this down a little bit. You don't need to stare at the ceiling so much. A little better. Alright, so I didn't get to Monday night. I was going to do Monday Medal of Honor nights. But I didn't do Monday. Good stuff. I'm telling you, if you're down in Florida Keys, stop down in Key West. Go see Key West Legal Rum Distillery. Good stuff. You cannot beat it. Keep that camera view here. Alright. Alright, Facebook's up. It says I got 2 people on Facebook, but it's not telling me who, so we're going to go for it. Instagram, I got a couple over here as well. Alright, so once again, it's Thursday night. I did not do this Monday night like I wanted to do. Just life gets in the way. But long week here of day works with annual training yesterday and today. Long day work weekend. So me and the ladies went to dinner, and they're upstairs reading. So I figured I'd get this knocked out real quick. Again, this is all. What I'm gonna do is every now and then I'm gonna try and grab some Medal of Honor recipients, and we're gonna learn a little bit about these guys. 1 second here, I'm trying to catch up on everything. Trying to get everything working here. I apologize, folks. Alright. Trying to do 2 things at once. Alright. So Lieutenant Colonel Joe M. Jackson. This gentleman here, his date of action was 12 May 1968. He was awarded the Medal of Honor on 16 January 1969. Location was Cam Duc in the Republic of Vietnam during the Vietnam conflict. Like I said, Lieutenant Colonel Jackson was with the 311th Air Commando Squadron. He was risked his life, went above and beyond the call of duty as a pilot of a C-123. He tried to attempt to rescue on a 3-man U.S. Air Force combat control team from the Special Forces camp. It was in a forward outpost, and the gun positions on the airstrip were just getting raked with small arms fire, mortar fire. They say in his citation, light and heavy automatic weapons, recoilless rifle fire, you name it, it was all coming in. And the camp was completely engulfed in fire, in flames and explosions and the works. Joe Rowe over on Facebook just joining up over there. Good to see you, sir. Be safe out there, please. We're talking about Lieutenant Colonel Jackson. Again, he was awarded this Medal of Honor in Vietnam for his actions as a Air Force pilot. He was trying to get in to rescue a 3-man U.S. Air Force combat control team. And it says here in his citation that 8 aircraft had been destroyed by the intense enemy fire. One of the aircraft remained on the runway. It was reduced to which reduced the runway's usable length. So Lieutenant Colonel Jackson landed his aircraft and still tried to rescue, as they say here. Using superb airmanship and extraordinary heroism, he landed his aircraft near the point where the combat control team was. While on the ground, the aircraft was the target of intense hostile fire. You can imagine that thing stuck out and got a lot of attention. Nolan89 just joined me over on Instagram. Good to see you, sir. Once the combat control team got on board the aircraft, he was able to get the aircraft up and in the air. He was also able to, the citation says that the enemy fire was coming straight on him. Like he flew right into it to get this aircraft airborne. So, it says here that he risked his life above and beyond the call of duty, and which is keeping the highest traditions of the U.S. Air Force and reflect great credit upon himself and the armed forces of his country. So, it's not like he put a helicopter in this area. He put a plane down and got in there, got these guys, and got it out after flying directly at the enemy fire just to get airborne on a shortened runway. So, that's Lieutenant Colonel Joe Jackson. He just recently passed on January 12th of this year, which is one of the reasons why the National Congressional Medal of Honor site, which is CMoHs.org. Please head over and take a look at him. That is why they made him one of their honorees. Matt Stewart's over on Facebook with me. Good to see you, sir. The next gentleman that I've elected to honor here from the Congressional Medal of Honor is, mind me, I'm trying to read in the dark as I turn the lights down here. It's Lieutenant Colonel. He's retired Lieutenant Colonel. He was Major at the time. Charles S. Kettles, and I am going to slaughter his hometown of Ypsilanti, Michigan. Also, too, Colonel Jackson was from Noonan, Georgia. But anyways, so Lieutenant Colonel Kettles was with the 176th Assault Helicopter Company, 14th Combat Aviation Battalion, Task Force, Oregon. From my understanding, it was the 101st was his parent company. TJ over on Facebook, good to see you, sir. Please be safe when you're out there and about. So anyways, Lieutenant Colonel retired. He was Major at the time. Kettles was flying his helicopter, and upon hearing about paratroopers from the 101st being engaged in an intense firefight, he flew in and let in an element of reinforcements and then used those helicopters to also get out the wounded. They were landing amidst, I'm reading some of the citation here, landing in the midst of enemy mortar and automatic weapons fire, gathered the seriously wounded, his own gunner becoming seriously wounded, severely damaging his own aircraft. Major Kettles was advised by another helicopter crew that he had fuel streaming out of the aircraft. Sorry, I'm trying to read this while I'm doing this, and the computer's way over there. I should have printed this out. He got back to base, and then an infantry battalion commander requested more extraction, so he went back in. Major Kettles volunteered to return to the deadly landing zone for a third time, landing a flight of 6 evacuation helicopters, 5 of which were from the 161st Aviation Company. Major Kettles was, all personnel were on board. They departed the landing zone with gunships supporting their evacuation. Once airborne, Major Kettles was advised that 8 troops had been unable to reach the evacuation helicopters. So without total disregard for his own safety, Major Kettles passed the lead off to another helicopter and returned to the landing zone, so technically going back in a 4th time, and was able to pick up. Despite the intense enemy fire, he maintained control of the aircraft, allowing time for the remaining 8 soldiers to board his aircraft, and then he was able to leave the landing zone, which was, again, under intense enemy fire. Heavily damaging the aircraft, but he was able to fly this aircraft back to base again. So it says here, Major Kettles' selfless acts of repeated valor and determination are in keeping with the highest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Army. So this gentleman, like I said, went in like 4 times into a hot landing zone. Burn over on Facebook just joined. If you're just catching in, Miss Megan over on Instagram just joined. Like I said, these 2 Congressional Medal of Honor winners just passed recently. Again, Lieutenant Colonel Jackson on the 12th of January this year, and at the time Major, but now Lieutenant Colonel retired Kettles passed on the 21st of January this year. So these two gentlemen popped up on the CMoHs.org webpage as some of their distinct honorees, and I wanted to honor them as well. So to those two gentlemen, Keith over on Instagram as well. It's going to be short and sweet. I got to go try and get these kids off to bed. We got day work all weekend. But to these two Medal of Honor winners, again, I will post some pictures here. Here's their sheets. The glare is horrible over on Facebook, Instagram. There it is. These two gentlemen just passed away. They were both awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor for their actions in Vietnam. I did not give that information, by the way, on Lieutenant Colonel Kettles. Lieutenant Colonel Kettles, his date of action was 15 May of 1967. He was awarded just recently here, 18 July 2016. Again, in near Duc Phao, if I'm saying that correctly, in Vietnam. So like I said, these two gentlemen recently passed in January of 2019, both awarded for actions during Vietnam. So to these gentlemen, salute, using the old military tin cup for them, a little bit of Key West spiced rum, a little bit of ice, keep it cold. I like everything cold. Sorry if that offends somebody, but there you go. Cilantro. You two gentlemen are never forgotten. Once again, to everybody going to work tomorrow, that includes me and my partners, and everybody else out there in all the different towns and townships that are working, police, fire, EMS, doctors and nurses, our teachers, you name it, you guys are out there. Kingy just joining in, about to kick off here. Sorry guys, it's going to be short and sweet. Got to put the midgets to bed. Please go back, take a look at the video if you want. Again, I honored two gentlemen from the Vietnam conflict that were awarded Medal of Honors in their actions. One a U.S. Air Force pilot. You do need to get back to work. Keith over on Instagram's got to go back to work before his boss kills him. Yes, that is true. Sorry about that on Instagram. The phone rang. But anyways, like I said, quick honoree here. These two gentlemen, I'll take some pictures here in a second. Then I'm going to go get the girls off to bed after dinner. Cilantro, be safe out there. Everybody out there working. Love yous all. Be careful. Reach out. Take care of each other. Watch each other's backs. Love yous all. Never mind the bar cat behind me. All right, boys and girls. That's it. Be good. Take care of each other, all right?